I'll take.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm Sophia. Nice to
Hello.
meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Alright, so what is your favorite subject in academic decathlon?
My favorite subject in academic decathlon would probably be art. I've always liked art just in general, ever since I was a little kid. And I used to be an okay artist, I'd like to think. And then my talent kind of fell away. But I've always found it kind of fascinating, the things that people can do. You make something look so lifelike, and people are, wow, that's not a picture of someone, that's a portrait. I think it's cool, the different techniques that they use in order to convey the exact image that they want. I think the Renaissance was a fascinating time that centered mostly around art, I guess. And I think that I guess it's all just really fascinating. There's always something new to learn because they're always coming out with like modern art. I see it in a museum and I'm like, wow, I could have done that, but I didn't. And the directions that they're taking, it's always so cool and stuff like that, I guess.
Okay. So who has been your most influential teacher?
My most influential teacher, I'm probably going to say my English teachers, Coach Christenberry and Link Souther. Okay, that's not true. I didn't like English for a long time. From middle school to 9th grade, I despised English so much. And it was always kind of funny because out of my group of friends, I was always the best at English and I was always the best writer. But I had this passionate dislike for it. So they never really understood that. But then I met Coach and he kind of, stuck it in your face like, this is what you're supposed to do. If you don't like it, then, well, you have to follow the rules. And it just made me like it a lot more. We started actually writing, which I hadn't done in classes before. We, did stuff like that. We entered contests. It was a lot of fun. And then I got to Link Souther's class. And until then, I'd always really disliked poetry. Reading it was okay. I just never found a certain joy for it. But the way that he analyzed things and picked it apart, it really, really made me like it, and I started reading more poetry. I started memorizing poems not just for his class, just so that I would know it because I thought it was really cool. So those are probably the two teachers that have influenced me the most, that have made me actually love what I really like doing and not made me feel like it was this stifling thing because you had to stick to certain rules and expectations.
Okay, so on the subject of English, who is your favorite author and why?
My favorite author, that's hard. There's a lot of people that I really like. I guess one that I was recently given a book about, Edgar Allan Poe. Really, really like Poe stuff. I tend to write, I don't like writing a lot of fluffy romance things. I'm fine with reading it, but I really like getting to the core of things. I really like writing dark and horror stuff. And Poe obviously does a lot of that. We did this thing in my English class in 10th grade where we had to make a really long paragraph modeled after the fall of the House of Usher. And I remember I really, really liked making it. It let me put everything out there, put such a great description into it. And he does that with all of his stuff. He packs so much, even in short things, he packs so much into such a little thing. A lot of his stuff deals with insanity, which I think is really cool. He's just a great writer, and I really admire the style that he has. I know Hemingway's a great writer, and he manages to do it with so few words, but I really like drawing things out and making it long and illustrious. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Same to you.